G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Kingdoms and Castles and the lovely kingdom of North Stitch. Look at that Viking attack coming in the next 7 years. Well, it's interesting because I wasn't super keen on the wooden walls and now I'm super keen on them. I think they're really cool. So I think we could probably have the wooden walls for the first kind of few episodes, and I think we could have a few layers of defense there as well, which would be quite nice. We need to make probably more out of the sort of towers and some double ups, and this guy here, we've got an archer tower there. So yeah, let's have a look at what we're going to do for episode 3 of this brand new series. I hope you're enjoying the series so far. We've got the 2 foresters happening there, and of course we implemented a 3rd forester here. Now they're taking a lot of stuff up, but I think they're delivering a lot of wood to here and not filling up what we have in backlog. We also shut down one of our 2 oh, they're right inside the gate too. It's interesting because when I didn't have the wall, these seemed right inside what I considered the city walls. But now they're just inside there, and one of them, of course, is shut off. So if we have a look here, and the what's that? You got the small stockpile and another stockpile. Okay, cool. So you've got a couple of stockpiles there. We do have a large granary just here. And these guys are going to start building that soon, so we'll go forward just a little bit and have a look at that. We have 54 out of 66, so we have room for another 8 people to join North Stitch, and we shall see what is the next thing that is going. I think food's pretty good, 145. And that all seems to be coming along. Again, I don't know what the food ratios are, but the worst time to talk about food is during winter. But yeah, if you have a look at that, that's all pretty good. You can see our banners there sitting on the keep, and that's all come up pretty good as well. So let's see what is the next thing that we can look at doing. We did put in a tavern and a town hall. We've raised a bit of gold as well, and we have happiness sitting at about 45%. I'm just going to drop the tax rate there and see if we can increase the happiness a little bit as well. Okay, let's see. So, I wonder if we can start to 36 there. So what about if we go to castle and we put these guys in and we go extra 1 here and extra 1 here, so that'll be double the height there, and of course here and here on that corner, and yep. Let me go in fact, can we go control? Let me go here and then control. Nope, we want to get rid of that. So if we go here and demolish, yep, that's better. And if we go up to a wooden castle block, we go here and here. And of course the last bit to do will just be up here as well. And I think we can just start to demolish that one as well. And we'll put that there. Demolish, gone. Instant demolish as well. And if we put a wooden gate in, rotate. And we'll put the wooden gate in there as well. So that's pretty good. I guess the idea would be to have a second height, because that would probably work a bit better. And I'm tempted to get rid of this little one here and relocate them to some of the other spots. But we'll have to see. I think we should wait and see what we've got. These guys are all doing pretty well, and we have plenty of wood coming in, plenty of stone coming in. And that's all pretty good. Okay. Oh, geez, this storm just won't let off, will it? It won't let up. Okay, so we have 6 people visited. 3 have decided to stay. So we're now up to 57. And that'll all do quite nicely. And we're back to it being summer. Viking attack is 6 years away. And we shall see what the next approach is. So if we have a look here, let's see what the next thing is. So we've got cottages, town squares, taverns, and fire brigades. I think we need to put a fire brigade in. Let's get him in. Actually, he's quite a... Should we get him in here, maybe? Yeah, he's nice and central if he goes there. I think that could be good. And I wonder if maybe we can go town and cottage and put one in here. But I wonder if we should put him in Yeah, let's put him in there. Okay, whoop, right click, not escape. Okay, so they're all going to come into there, so that should be pretty good. And we'll see how that all comes in. Okay, that's pretty good. What's next? The the forester. Oh, here we go, another storm. The forester situation is pretty good. I think we're getting a fair bit of wood in there at the moment. Tempted to put a secondary forester in just if we can. Let's go to industry and have a quick look here and have a look there at forester. So we could put one here, and he would operate with some of the trees that are around him, so that would kind of work. And let's just see how that goes. Go back to township, put in another road here, and of course we'll just put these guys in there. Alright, that's going to be pretty good. Let's go to speed 3 for a bit and get these guys built. And we can have a look at the situation there. We're obviously using up something that takes up a bit of gold as well. I wonder if that was the roads. Not gold, stone. And gee, what took up a bit of stone? Was it this guy? He's just wood, really. And here, waiting for a little bit more wood there, and the fire brigade is almost built. And he's about to be built. So when things burn, we're no longer worrying about wells. We're actually looking at fireplaces, so that's pretty good. A dragon has now come in. This will be our first dragon, and we'll see how this goes. Here we go. So the dragon is coming in. 2 dragons. One dragon. And he's coming in from the east. Okay, let's see how he goes. He's the first dragon here, so he shouldn't be too much of an attack. And we'll see. Oh yeah, that middle archer really got into him. Although it didn't really, did it? He's thinking about coming back. Okay, here he is. He's flying over the top northeast corner of the settlement. He might look at burning that. He's looking at burning something. He just doesn't know what yet. Happy if he burns the walls, to be honest. Yeah, the archer towers aren't really doing much to him. So when you get going, the ballista towers really knock these guys out. And in fact, he's done. Yeah, look at that. So the dragon attack is there. So we'll get another dragon attack timeline of when he's next going to come to us. And that'll be brilliant. Our population has gone up. We're now at 73 out of 78. Capability of 78 in the township. And I think that means we can now start to look. If you look there, I think what we could do is we could go job priority. And we could go up the top. Timber workers drop down a tiny bit. And I think we could put archers in a bit. Tax people can definitely drop down a tiny bit. But I think our stone quarry workers, we can bring them right up to here. And I think what we'll also do is we shall put another quarry. Where is it? Quarry, yep. And we'll put him just there. So you got 2 now on that sort of stone embankment. So that should be pretty good. If you have a look at the wood situation here, we have quite a bit there. So let's build up our walls, as we said. Let's go 2 and 2 and 2. And we want 2 all the way along, don't we? So it's there, there, there. But over here, we want this to be 3 levels. Cannot exceed 3 levels, so we're already at 3 levels there, are we? Yeah, we're already at the maximum for these guys. Okay. Well, let's get the wood going along here. And we might get our archer towers kicking off. And we'll see if this can get built up. In fact, we can build this along as a bit of a stretch, can't we? We can go like this. Yep. And there's 138 there. So what if we do that? And now we're down to 60. So we probably don't have enough to do this. Well, we can do that section, but just probably not this section. And that looks like the height of those guys. And we have something on fire at the moment, which is pretty cool. So we've got the fire station going. These people's house. Oh, no, it's burnt down. Right, what can we do there? Rebuild. Okay, so we'll rebuild that one. And we'll see how that goes. And there's 12 people there as well. We might actually get rid of this guy. And let's build just... Oh, another cottage. What do you need for cottage? 25. Okay, waiting for the wood to come up. We have used a lot of wood up there. But I noticed that I took the eye off the game for a moment, and the wood really built up. So let's wait till this guy comes up. And let's have a festival at the same time. So festival's coming up. And as well, we can see we should now be able to build another cottage. So let's go like this. Yep. And that'll just increase us a tiny bit. So if we have a look at the happiness, 57 is pretty low. But these are green. And we can see exactly what everyone's missing. What are you missing there? You're pretty happy. But I just don't know why you're not... Show that. You're still showing it's yellow, but you're receiving everything. Next Viking attack is in 1 year. We're on forward speed 3 here. So let's have a look. Okay, and just before the Viking attack happens, and we're on speed 1, let's see if we can get this little bit of wood built. Whoop. Sorry. Oh, we've built in the wrong spot. Okay. Oh no, I didn't want them to build there. Hang on. Do. Oh, here we go. So it's demolish. Right, and we've just demolished the whole piece there. Brilliant. Okay, so let's see if we can get this guy built up here first. And the second row should be there for the moment. So we'll see if they can get built up. The Vikings are now coming in. I'm going to see if I can pause the game for a second and see if we can get the archer tower. No, we don't have the wood for this. Okay, so we're now off and running. So they are coming in from the northwest, and I believe, let's see, oh yeah, they have one ogre with them, is it? One giant ogre, and a lot of Vikings. So let's see how these guys go. Episode 3 of Kingdoms and Castles, new series. They're going to come in through the north here, and they are going to come down and attack us. Actually, this is the south, isn't it? Yeah, this is the south. Whoa. Where are they? They're the southwest. Yeah, it's the same spot as from last time. So they're coming from the southwest. A few forests down here as well. Lots to exploit. Lots of resources for us to sort out. And if we can just see whether or not we can get the wood supply up. Because I'd like to get maybe a ballista tower, because they're going to try and come in here, but they're going to try and break through. So let's not ballista, let's see if we can get a lovely archer tower up, but we don't seem to be getting any wood at all. So let me have a look here. Timber workers, 83 out of 85 potential people settling into the Kingdom of North Stitch. And if we have a look here, they are making their way across land, and I still have no wood supply coming in, which is a shame because I'd like to get that up there. So these guys are heading across here. They'll probably come straight up towards the farming area, and the wood supply is minimal. Just going to go on a speed 3 and watch that wood supply come up. But if it isn't, no, it isn't. And these guys are going to be heading for the gate. Okay, we'll see what happens with the gate situation. I don't know if maybe they'll attack. Yeah, it looks like they're going to attack here. We go speed 1. And let's have a look. So they're going to try and go through the gate. The gate is closed. And now they're going to try and get through. But let's see. There's another gate here. Let's see when they close that gate. No, they're going to burn through. So they've started to burn one part of the wood. Our timber workers are not doing anything at the moment. Are they retreating? Okay, timber workers have started production again. And all they've done is burnt the top level of this, and now they're off. They may have taken some people. They have, actually. We're on 83, and I believe they've kidnapped a few people. 9 people visited, but only 5 have decided to stay. No one visited. No one visited this year. Tales of our unsuccessful defense of recent Viking attacks. So these guys seem to be leaving, and we are going to have to wait for the next attack. I think here's probably a good place to put another what is it, turret? An archery turret? Yeah. We'll have to start looking at things like hospitals, fire brigades, industry, food, maritime, town, advanced town. We could put a clinic in. Let's put that there, and we'll see. Where's the advanced town? Yep. Hospital will come up at some point, and then we'll get in these guys as well. I like the idea of a cemetery as well. That would be quite cool. Kingdoms and Castles is coming along, series 2. We can't build these walls up anymore. That's the height of these wooden walls. But what we could do, if I go here, I still can't do that, can I? No. Yep. Okay. Let's see if we can now put in the what is it? Castle. Archer Tower is going to be here. And the Archer Tower is going to be there. And I think what we'll do is we'll demolish the central Archer Tower. And we've demolished all those. They're all demolished now. We now have a nice supply of wood. And we might be able to put one final one in here. This will be quite good. Yep. We also need a tiny little bit of wooden defense here. So we'll go 1, 2. And we have a gate. And that's all quite nice. Yeah, these guys are good. Deepwater Harbour just here. Is that open to the ocean? It is. The western seaboard is right there. Everything looks pretty well balanced at the moment. 8 people were kidnapped in the Viking rampage, but we've managed to increase our population from the low 70s back to 83, so that's pretty good. 4 foresters at the moment, which is quite a bit. I'm thinking we should kill one of the foresters. I like them that they're here at the moment. I might just stop one of them at the moment and see if we can't. Yeah, it's dark now. See if we can't get that happening. Let's rebuild these guys. They're built there. So it's the fire danger that we have a problem with. If I can check the happiness, 44. Right, we need to start thinking about how we can make these people happy again. Okay, we'll start looking at happiness now. We're in the low 30s. That really dropped. Tax rate of 5%. Let's see what the advisors have to say. The agriculture advisor says, our peasants worry about food for the winter. We must do something about our food supply. The city says, if we aren't able to improve conditions, no one will want to live in our kingdom. Make sure people have enough food to eat. And the military advisor says that let's fortify for the future, and I agree with him. So we have a bit of a problem here. Well, let's rebuild that castle wall. We're getting a few fires break out. 5 peasants have taken ill, but we do have a doctor, which is pretty good. We need to put more food in, so let's do this. Well, we could fit a few more of these guys. Too far away from the roads. Okay, cool. So what we'll do is we'll just go to this. And these are super fertile, so let's see what we can get in here. Right, we'll just get those guys in, see if we can get a little bit more happening there. Right, we'll need to get a cemetery in at some point. Wood and stone production is quite large, and so we'll just keep that going for the moment. But yeah, wood and stone production is right up there. I need to keep an eye on that. Right, we have dead people by the look of it. 13 peasants have died of plague, and so we need to get a cemetery. So let's get a cemetery outside, and we'll go to speed 1. If I could have a look here at Advanced Town. Cemeteries. Cemetery caretaker. Cemetery caretaker takes gold. And why is the gold situation so bad? Can we get the tax collectors to do their first thing? Maybe the tax collector was the one who died, but let's see if we can now collect a little bit more gold. 57% happiness is not amazing. We're not really using a lot of stone for the moment, so let's close you down as well. And I'm wondering if maybe we should close down another wood person as well, and just we've already got one closed there. Let's close you down as well. So now we've got 2 out of 4 happening there with the wood, and the wood, it got quite a bit there. Just looking at the tax rate, should start to climb, and we'll start putting in a few orchids. We'll put a few of those in and see how this goes. Charcoal is also minimal. I've noticed the tax rate is really slow on the upkeep as well, on the uprise, and we probably need to start looking at moving some of these guys out. But I can't do that until I have a bit more gold. I really need some more gold. I think our gold problem at the moment is because of these guys here. So let's turn you off and hope we get no attack from the north. And we should see, because we're paying quite a bit for these 2 archer towers. But let's see if we can get the gold come up. Put the tax rate up. I know it's going to drop our happiness. Here we go. The happiness is starting to drop by the second. But the tax rate is certainly increasing. So it probably won't help people to pick our town to stay in. But what we might be able to do for the moment is just get our lovely cemetery going. I think we'll put the cemeteries out here. Yeah, I think we'll put the cemetery out here. So let's go here with the road, and it'll be that's. Okay, let's do that. Waiting for snow to pass, and we can start to put the cemetery out there. Advanced Town. Cemetery caretaker can be put him here. And waiting for cemeteries to go up, and we'll have the cemetery and cemetery circle. Let's try this. Okay, and it opens up as one big one, so that's pretty good. And let's see how this all goes. interesting how this one built originally. I didn't seem to hit the build button for that one, and it just off and went. Our builders are pretty good at the moment. They're building. We can drop our tax rate back down to say 10 and keep it at that, and we can have a look here and see 3 years for the dragon attack, 4 years for a Viking attack, and we should have some people get collected here. We had some dead people and they seem to have gone away. I'm just going to hit the happiness. Everyone's on yellow. Something to work on, I guess. Food supply seems good. Might just keep this population as it is for the moment. We don't need to worry too much, but I will just get this one back up and running, and we'll get him in, because we do seem to be the charcoal was a little low, and we'll just get that going. These stockpiles are fairly full, so what we'll do is we'll get a industry, and we'll go to a standard stockpile, and we'll put him just there. And at some point we'll get rid of the other stockpile, and that'll be fine. Gold production is pretty good, so let's turn this guy back on as well. And I think our problem was it was, I think, not our problem, but the fact that we had so much wood going in there, like 455 pieces of wood. Oh, we got another fire. Here we go. Alright, fire. So let's let them put the fire out. Firefighters is a job priority, so let's have a look at them. See, firefighters, professional. Let's put him back up to level 5. See if that can happen. The builders will rebuild that one. A few people are homeless because of that, and that's fine. Let's have a look at our cemetery. And our cemetery here has a caretaker, and he's outside the city limits, which is kind of cool. I don't mind that he's outside the city. I think that's kind of nice. Yeah, I think it's kind of nice. I think it is nice. Okay, looking at charcoal and stone production, and that's all going pretty well. So I think we might leave this episode here. We'll leave it so the dragon attacks and the Vikings attack at the start of the next episode. This has been episode 3 of Kingdoms and Castles and the Kingdom of North Stitch. Don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.